ION. Frickin' Tommy, I'm telling you, I'm 0-6 the last 2 weeks. I'm going to tell you, analytics you got to throw that stuff out the door. How does Peterson for Jacksonville, down by 10, scores a touchdown with under 3 minutes to go? He goes for 2 instead of kicking the field goal, kicking the extra point. You play to extend the game. You don't play to lose the game, Tommy. And then Staley kicked the field goal in your opening drive, 4th and 1. He went for it 3 times. All 3 times. He is so done. If that guy coaches next year anywhere, he's going to be on a high school team, I'd tell you.
Hey, everybody, welcome to Action Bets. The captain.
Little bitter.
Party of 1 here. Captain is fired up from the last 2 weeks. Everybody, thanks for joining us. Tommy D, I'm the captain. New to the channel, thanks for joining us here on Action Bets. Rough week last week, Captain. I thought I was going to go 3-0. Those Dolphins, I'm a little bitter too after watching that Dolphin game. They looked horrendous. A lot of injuries.
Hold on a sec. We got to talk about my buddy Sam. He had a 9-team parlay. 8 for 8 going into the Miami game on the money line.
Oh, Sam.
Just win the game. He's up by 14 with about 3:40 to go. And he loses the game outright.
That was disappointing. I got to tell you, as a Finns fan, that was a brutal one there.
Unbelievable.
Did get 2-1 last week. I'm rolling 6-3.
Right.
I'm rolling not too bad last 3 weeks, getting on track. We got to get you on track and start crushing it here at the end of the season here. We're here week 15 in the NFL, 20-21, 20-20-1. 40-41-1 overall, guys. So we're there. We got to keep rolling here. Captain, let's forget about last week. Week 15, I say we move ahead.
All right, let's do this.
Let's go. Who do you got first pick?
First pick, let's look at it this way. Pittsburgh going into Indianapolis. Indianapolis a 2.5-point favorite here. Mitch Trubisky on the road, and 7 starters on the defense are questionable for Pittsburgh. TJ Watt, concussion protocol. Highsmith, concussion protocol. And the only guy healthy basically is Minkah Fitzpatrick, and he has a broken hand. So I'm taking Indianapolis -2.5 with Gardner Minshew. Go get your money on this one, Tommy.
Go ahead, Minshew with the stash, man. They're getting a lot of hype there in Indianapolis. So,
who's your first pick, Tommy?
Hey, Captain, my first pick, I'm going to go to Saturday. We got some Saturday games this week. I'm going Vikings versus the Bengals, -3 points. And you know what? I might be a believer in Jake Browning here. Done a nice job filling in for Joe Burrow. Who would have thought you saw that coming? Back-to-back wins. A big win first game versus Jacksonville 2 weeks ago. And then last week they showed up. He passed to 7 different players. He's spreading the love out there. I like what the Bengals are doing. And then I'm looking at a Vikings team. They lost 3.
No, they won.
No, sorry, they won 3-0. Only put up 3 points. They put up 13 points in their last 2 games. They did lose to Chicago 12-10 the game before that. This offense, I mean, I know Jefferson is questionable, still injured.
He is playing.
Matt, the running back, is injured, so I think they'll beat up the Vikings.
Mets.
So I like the Bengals here, -3 at home. Maybe a new-looking team, but even without their all-star quarterback, Joe Burrow, I think the Bengals can get it done. I think they got enough weapons.
The only thing you got to worry about is Mullins was actually in sync in that 4th quarter after Dobbs got pulled. If he can carry that over to this game, it's going to be a tight game, Tommy.
Yeah, I still think Bengals got it. So I'll go Bengals -3 here on Saturday. Who's your next pick, Captain?
Next pick, let's see. Kansas City going into New England. It opened at 10. It's down to 9.5. I've got a thing about giving 10 on the road in the NFL, which means not for long if you can't cover. I like what Bailey Zapp did last week. I like what I'm seeing, a resurgence a little bit, and at least they're playing some kind of ball. They're at home. They have a good D, and KC doesn't blow out anybody nowadays. So I'm take New England plus the 9.5 here for a nickel. Go get it, Tommy. Go get your money.
All right, Captain. My next pick, I'm going to go to Sunday. I'm going to the Buccaneers versus the Packers, -3.5. Give me the Packers -3.5 at home, Lambeau Field. They did lose a close one to the Giants in New York last week. Before they won 3 in a row, this offense is starting to click. Jordan Love looking good. Rookie Jaden Reed, a Michigan State second-round pick. Impressive rookie year, 55 receptions, 636 yards, 5 TDs. And then Christian Watson's questionable, banged up. But if he comes back, they got 2 solid wide receivers here for Jordan Love, 2 serious playmakers on the team. The Bucks, did squeeze one out against Atlanta last week. Before that, barely beating Carolina, one of the worst teams in the league. On the defensive side is what I'm looking at. The Buccaneers all banged up. They've got a linebacker, defensive tackle, 2 cornerbacks, and defensive end on the injury list right now. Questionable for this week. So saying that, I like what the Packers have been doing on offense. They're going to be at home, Lambeau Field, minus 3.5, Captain. Go get your money.
They lost their feng shui on Monday night against the Giants. They looked like they were sleepwalking in that game. They had the opportunity to win that game. And how does the Packers and Miami both lose in the last 2 minutes of the game? I don't know.
Yeah, no, I mean, the Packers, I think that game, I think their offense is starting to click here. And the Giants, I think, are an improving team, Captain. Don't get me wrong.
Tommy DeVito.
I mean, they're playing a lot better ball than they were 4 or 5 weeks ago. So, my next pick, Captain, I'm going to go. Oh, we got your pick.
Yeah,
your last pick.
It's the marquee game of the day. Dallas going into Buffalo. You're looking at 2 teams that actually need the game, but Buffalo needs it more here. What I'm looking at here is I'm looking at it over here, over 50.5. I look at the Dallas offense to do what they do. They score. And if Buffalo wants to win this game, they're going to have to score. Gabe Davis is just brutal right now. And, I'm telling you, if he gets going, Kincaid's back. He's a little questionable, but if Gabe Davis has any kind of game, Buffalo's going to be in this game. I think the game goes over 50.5. For a nickel, go get your money. Different week, Tommy.
Yeah, Captain, tough. I think it's a tough week. Week 15, like you said, a lot of teams needed wins here, so you got to look at those teams and really play towards that way. My last and final pick here, I'm going to be taking the Rams here on Sunday also. Minus 6.5 playing the Commanders. Commanders might have hung it up for the season. I'm not sure. They're 4-9, 3-4 on the road. Rams, on the other hand, 6-7, 3-3 at home. As you know, SoFi Stadium is no home field advantage for the Rams anytime a team comes in town. Commanders have lost 4 in a row, including 2 blowouts, 1 to the Dolphins and 1 to the Giants. The Commanders coach is on the hot seat. They started the season 2-0. A lot of high hopes for that team, and they just plummeted. Best player, Brian Robinson, has a hamstring injury, questionable for the game.
Yeah.
So I look over. I like the Rams. They did lose a close one on the week to Baltimore, but Baltimore is a top team in the AFC. They lost in overtime, 37-31 on that punt return to end the game. And Matt Stafford's playing good football. 394 yards, 3 touchdowns, and Cooper Kupp is coming back.
They're a different team with Cooper Kupp. They're a different team with Cooper Kupp. They're on point now. And I look for Aaron Donald to have a big game here.
I do.
Against the Washington team that's given up the most sacks this year.
Oh, I agree with that. And, you go 2 back, the Rams, handled the Browns defense, who came back the following week and looked pretty good. So, saying that, I think the Rams have the momentum. So I'm going to lay the 6.5 here. I think they beat the Commanders by a touchdown. I think they actually blow them out here. I don't know what Washington's playing for, maybe for some pride, but they got no chance of making the playoffs here. So give me the Rams minus 6.5 in the Rams' house.
I like that bet. You know what? I'll tell you one thing. If I was going to make a bet on Thursday night, the under in this game, you got 2 quarterbacks who can't throw. Keenan Allen is questionable with a heel. And
Herbert's out for the season.
Herbert's done.
Jeez.
The coach is done. The Chargers are done.
The team is done.
So what I'm saying is, I would love that under. I think I'm going to get down on the under in that game. But yeah, those 2 teams, it's 34 right now, 34.5. So I like the under in that game, Tommy.
Yeah, guys, get involved with us. Jennifer, nice job on the picks. D, nice. Some of you guys, other guys, haven't seen you. Fear, good job, buddy. Thanks for the support. Hit like, subscribe, ring that bell. Throw down in the comments who you like this week. Get involved.
Yes, ding, ding.
Week 15, we made it.
Hey, yeah. You know what?
Barely.
Oh, Jesus. Got 3 to go.
Captain's coming with a good one this week, guys. I feel it.
Oh, yeah. Definitely. ACT.
ION.
Action bets. We'll see you next week. God bless.